2 shot. I fucked up. There
Good
you go.
Man got too confident.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah,
We live?
we are live.
Welcome, everybody. What up, doe? It is Chris Platty of Woodward
Turn
Sports.
your audio off.
Turn my audio off.
Whoever has.
Laptop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chris, you're fucking up.
Hey, man, you started it. It's a domino effect. We are back, everybody. What up, doe? I'm Chris Platty of Strictly Hip Hop, Strictly Hoop Talk, and the Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. I'm with my guys, Nate and Joe of Imperial Media TV.
Hello, people.
We are here to talk all
People
the
of
new
the world.
music.
People everywhere.
All the new music, man. There's a lot to happen as far as outside of releases. Like, it was a pretty
Yeah,
calm
because it
week
wasn't a
as
whole
far
lot
as-
going on that side of
as
the
far as,
situation. That situation was a little bit tragic.
Yeah, but the world gave us plenty of content. We got AI Drake and Weeknd making bangers. We got Frank Ocean and Coachella. That's probably where we'll start. And then all the whole litany of things we missed last week. Complex's media rankings. That was hot garbage. We'll get to that. There's a lot to get to, man. Let's start with the Frank Ocean stuff. Frank Ocean
So Frank Ocean not performing at weekend 2 of Coachella.
dropped out.
Dropped out because he's a drama queen.
Well, it was stated that it was due to injuries.
Yeah, due to injury.
Which are
Cap.
possible. I don't know. I'm not Frank's doctor.
What did cuz
It's
what
very
did
possible.
That is cap, guys. That is cap.
what did cuz
You
do?
know that is cap.
What did cuz do in the 48 hours after his set to injure himself?
He heard all the responses.
I don't know if he injured himself during his performance. I wasn't there, obviously, but if I was,
I mean,
there,
I seen bits and pieces of it. I don't think there was any sort of way man's injured himself.
yeah. And also, there was a lot of rumors that he made a lot of last minute changes to the demands for changes to his set, and that infuriated a lot of people.
Well, yeah,
as
that's
well.
because apparently there was supposed to be like a whole ass ice rink with like ice skaters and all of that shit.
Yeah.
And then like the same day he was like, "Yeah, nah, I don't want to do none of that shit no more."
Yeah.
They had to melt the ice rink down and all types of other shit. That's what all those people walking behind him was doing.
So
That whole
Twitter
time.
is killing this man. Twitter is killing this man, and you know I'm not gonna kill him. I'm not gonna kill him too much for it. The one thing that is good that came out of this is that he did confirm. He said it's not like there's not a new album. It's just not here right now.
Yeah, he did say that.
So
Which
I
is-
think going back to my theory, because it's egotistical,
It's very anticlimactic. But go ahead.
I think he wanted the album and believed the album was going to be ready before Coachella, and then just dropped the ball, or maybe not even dropped the ball. Just felt like as an artist, as a creative, it wasn't ready. It wasn't where it needed to be. But now my
It's not
question
the
is to
time
you:
yet.
rope him back into everything.
Yeah, what's the
Because
question?
he could maybe he's doing Coachella like Kendrick and Rihanna did with the Super Bowl, using that as as a stepping stone to then build momentum rather than that being after the album. Maybe that's building momentum, but this certainly wasn't building momentum. And I feel like with everything that happened and Twitter just piling on Frank,
Nah, he definitely lost steam. Because of this.
he lost steam. But did we also lose the album? Like, is this going to affect the likelihood of a Frank Ocean release this year?
I don't think so. Man still got bills to pay.
He does. He does still have bills to
I
pay.
don't think so.
I mean, when you put it as simple and as human as that, you're definitely right.
Yeah.
But I also
Because,
just,
like, if you think about it like this, right? If so the album is quote unquote not here right now, but it's on the way, right? Which means there was money put into the production of a project. Whether that project is coming out independently or under a label, I'm pretty sure he's still signed, right?
yeah,
No.
of course.
No, he's not signed.
He's independent right
He's
now.
independent.
Well, he's got some sort of distribution deal, I
He's-
imagine.
Distribution
I'm
doesn't
not
make
worried
any
about.
sense.
Yeah, distribution I'm
yeah.
not worried about because that money is on the back end. On the front end, however, if he is independent, that means man's put either up his own bread or somebody else's bread to produce said project.
It's gonna be an Apple one. Like it's gonna be
Probably.
an Apple release.
Most likely.
Apple's gonna be like, hey,
So-
remember when you punked us with that one album?
No,
we gonna need our shit back.
They're gonna do
That's-
what they did with U2. Y'all remember that? And like, what was that? 2012 or like
Yeah.
2010?
Oh
where
yeah, where they
a
just threw it on
random
your
ass
library.
U2, a random ass U2 album just showed up in your library.
I still feel like to this day, was that legal? Like it definitely was morally wrong, but was it even legal to just force something in our library that we didn't want?
That sounds like a gray area.
That's
but
what I'm
seeing
saying.
as how they own the content, I can't see it being illegal.
Oh, I don't know, balls. I
It
know that
definitely
shit got
does-
out of there
if-
after some
yeah,
time.
it definitely-
it got out of there.
It feels like an invasion of privacy for
It
sure.
does. It does. But okay, so back to Frank and Coachella. Does this in any way? Because look, this is not the first superstar artist to have these kind of situations happen. There's a lot of empathy to the people that flew all across the world to see Frank perform and all of that. Like, where do you guys stand on Frank and sort of the villain narrative? Because there's one part of me that wants to agree with that.
Let me
But
get
there's
my shit
another
off.
part
Let me
that
get my shit
I
off.
feel
I've
like,
been,
but I feel like the artist though.
Nah,
Joe.
nah.
I feel bad for the artist, man.
I
Like,
saw Chris.
look how quickly everybody flips on him. Go ahead, Joe. Flip on him.
I'm not flipping
These
on it.
fans need to they need to shut up and
Thank
get
you.
used to like. Not every artist. Rarely does an artist like Frank Ocean even perform, but rarely do artists even perform nowadays. So if you're going to Coachella expecting like the best performance by your favorite artist, you're going there for the wrong reason. Like
That is very true.
it's
We had wasn't I talking to you about that?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
karaoke is just a glorified I said it already. But Coachella is just a glorified karaoke show.
It's an expensive ass karaoke.
It's a very expensive karaoke show because I can probably count on one hand how many times I've seen an artist get on stage at Coachella without a backing track and actually got up there and performed their music.
And I have to give Frank credit. People were really trying to make it out like he did not do anything up on stage. He's saying he did an intimate performance. That's really what you want when you go to Coachella. Like you can go see him like a Beyonce or Lil Uzi Vert, and they're gonna have like the huge production value. But
That's what people were expecting.
it's better if you get like a
real person.
a real person,
A
a
real
real
person.
performance.
I want the Frank Ocean. Like if I want a Frank Ocean performance, I want it to be like a Saturday Night Live or something like that. Somewhere
Yeah.
you can just kind of like you can make it intimate.
Did you
and then
watch
visually-
it?
I've seen clips of it, but I wasn't able to see because that was another thing too. People were pissed about that it wasn't available to stream.
Yeah, it
live
wasn't
stream
streaming.
the performance.
Now that's a whole nother situation.
Pay
That's-
your money.
Yeah, pay your money, bro.
Go
Pay
to
your, that's really
Coachella.
what
How
it is.
about
Pay your
that?
money.
Yeah,
bro.
that was Coachella being like, look, you're gonna pay for this. You're gonna pay for this. We're not
because they're basically like, all right, so this is the only real reason why anybody's here in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna pay for that bag.
Yeah.
You definitely gonna pay that bag. You ain't getting out of here without paying me.
I couldn't see even paying for Coachella, but like definitely expecting it to be all live streamed on YouTube. Like I forget.
I could never go to Coachella.
I
bro.
would honestly though expect a headliner to be part of the live stream.
but
I would
that's
personally.
so
I feel like that was
greedy.
a executive decision on Frank's part.
I feel like that was an involvement on Frank's behalf too. Because I
It's-
mean, look, there's certain artists that have done it before. Certain superstar artists that we know and love that will literally they will block the rights to putting their performances on YouTube. They
Hey,
want
appreciate
to
that,
live
Chris.
in the moment.
Appreciate the
Yeah,
shout out to my guy Joe.
yeah. Shout out to Joe. But I love at the end of the day that people are talking about Frank. I just don't love the discourse about it as far as the entitlement. It seems very. It seems it's
That's
just
what
reeks
it
of
is. It's
It reeks
entitlement,
of-
yeah,
It
it's
reeks of
entitlement.
entitlement, and I don't really like that part of it.
People were expecting Frank to show up and give them that whole fucking 45-minute Beyonce type performance where you got 20, 30 niggas that's on stage and everybody doing choreographed dance moves and they going from song to song flawlessly, actually putting on a show.
But I do feel for the fans just because like this is a problem in the NBA and we all know it about the load management and you know Curry comes to town once a year if you're the Detroit Pistons and if he just rests that day because the Pistons suck and it's a back-to-back and whatever, then you know that fan that paid you know hundreds of dollars or whatever, you know, and sometimes they don't even have that money, but they scrape together that money just because of how important that is to see Steph Curry. They don't get to see Steph Curry. So I do feel for those people. I think this is gray area. I
don't feel for those people. Let me tell you why I don't feel for those people. If you are not in a financially stable situation to where you can make the option to risk that bread, you don't need to be going.
I agree. I agree with that, but also we've all made decisions in our room that were we've all made decisions in this room that aren't necessarily financially based. They're emotionally based. Like we've all done that. That's a thing. That's a part of human life.
There's a difference between emotionally buying a pair of sneakers and emotionally buying a
trip to Coachella.
A trip to Coachella, bro. Like those are two.
I don't know, man. Them J's cost just the same.
But I mean, but you got to think about how many types of like arrangements you have to make just to get to Coachella. Like you have to literally put your life on pause. I don't have to put my life on pause to walk in the Foot Locker.
I get
what J's are you buying, Chris? I haven't seen you in no Travis Scott's or nothing. Because
that's fucking absurd anyway. I ain't paying $1,200, $1,300 for some shoes.
Yeah,
anyway.
I was never gonna do it. Shout out to Ace. Ace saying the new look is nice, by the way, fellas. Appreciate you, Ace. Shout out to Ace.
That shit is just crazy. But like, I feel like Coachella did the issue was a bad what's the word I'm looking for? Management of expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's really what it was.
And greediness from the fans.
Yeah,
like fans were very greedy, thinking that they can get a full Coachella weekend like live streamed. Like, come on, pay the money.
Let's talk about something else greedy. AI. Not Allen Iverson is taking over the music industry.
Bro, AI is taking over the music industry.
This Drake and Weeknd shit, and I was seeing this morning, I was sending you guys this morning, Biggie going over, Mobb Deep records and shit. This whole AI thing is really evolving fast and changing fast. And Drake and Weeknd, if you haven't heard it, it garnered millions of streams, but there was a AI created record based off of, knowing Drake's vocals and Weeknd's vocals and meshing them together. And it was a bop. Yeah, it sounded like a real record. I mean, there was parts where okay, you kind of could tell this was AI enhanced. Like Weeknd's not just going to come in. There's going to be some dramatic buildup. But at the end of the day, this AI stuff is really, really weird because the way I think about it now is that you have these artists. Like, can I just, as a no-name rapper, if I want to start a rap career, can I just put in the AI chat box or whatever a Drake feature? And
I was just about to say, I got a free feature tomorrow. You get a Drake feature tomorrow,
I got a free Drake feature. So there's got to be some rules and legislation, and this is what should have been done and been in place before shit happened, because now Universal, who owns 1/3 of all music, wants AI creation banned from all DSPs.
Yeah, the federal government is already trying to get on top of that.
But you should have been on top of that shit before you regulated it.
Bro, they can't even figure out when they want roads to get paved. They can't. We've been hearing about student debt getting fucking forgiven for years, bro. They're behind.
Hey, I think Biden holding out till the fourth quarter to come re-election time.
Probably.
I think he is.
Well, he done already popped up and said that we found a way. We gonna get rid of that shit one way or the other. But I say all of that to say, do you think Joe Biden understands AI, bro? Do you think Joe Biden that dude doesn't even understand how any of
I
that
watched
shit
him
works?
walk away and forget what he was doing.
The
You
United
can't put together a sentence.
the United States government is still trying to figure out cryptocurrency, bro. You think they're on fucking? No, they're not hip, dog. You're asking a bunch of fucking middle-aged white people, 60 plus,
So
to figure out legislation for the entire country.
what's the solution? Because we always tackled it from the
AA's,
angle.
I might be AI, by the way. Who knows?
Yeah, Joe might be AI. But
What is the solution?
what's the solution? Because like you can ban it, yeah, sure.
Well,
Like,
actually, already the solution exists. There is an AI that can detect AI. It exists.
have that
Yeah.
motherfucker terminate all the other AIs.
Yeah, bro. So
Hey, bro, that's a real movie. Like an
Yeah.
AI just gotta kill all the other AIs. Just gotta hunt them down and terminate
so
'em.
around
That would be wild.
around the
I'd pay money for
time
that.
around the time Chat GPT started getting real crazy and it started like passing the bar exam and all of that other shit, they were like, we need to figure out how to figure out what's been done using AI and not necessarily by a human being. So they created an AI to find AI. So I don't know how you
That's
translate.
what I'm saying, man. That feel, bro.
I feel like I don't know how you translate
If you're
that into the
reactionary,
auditory,
you
though.
lost.
Yeah.
If
I
you're
don't-
reactionary, you lost. And I feel like everything that you've said screams reactionary. They don't have control over this. What is it going to mean for the future of art? Like, how are we going to interpret albums that come out from this day forward? Like, how are we going to look at it with how much of this was artificially enhanced?
I mean, when you think about it, it's already kind of artificial.
I mean, it is in a sense when you have the producers, the mixers, the engineers.
Shout out to
everything
all
that
the
you have.
you Omnisphere. The people watching know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, shout out.
I don't think they do.
They know. If you make beats, you know what an Omnisphere is, bro.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I don't know where the future of this is going. I really don't. I
I'm
think it's something that-
less inclined and care less about I guess what would you call it? Forgery? Would you consider it to
Yeah.
be forgery?
Forgery is the right
Yeah.
word.
I care less about that and I care more about how the actual artists are gonna choose to implement this into their own music.
Yeah.
Cause I feel like that, cause like you can make drops now. You don't have to like you can do all types of crazy shit with it for real.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's gonna be an interesting thing to see how it all plays out. Another thing that was interesting that we didn't get to last week.
Yeah.
I was really hurt about that. Complex put out hip hop media rankings. They ranked media members in hip hop for their contribution, their evaluation of their talent. It wasn't just as simple as numbers. They made it very clear, and they also excluded all of their own people from this list. Not that, in my mind, any of their people would have made this list,
I can't think
But,
of any of their people that would have made the list either.
because I don't think no, because Elliott Wilson them are not technically tied. They do
Correct.
have like one or two.
Nadeska used to work for Complex.
Nadeska did used to work for Complex, and she is on this list.
Keyword used to.
That's somebody. That
Are we
that I'll
gonna go
get to.
through the list?
I'm not reading all of them. Just to highlight a few. Like I was happy that they put that Jazzy girl in. She's been killing all the interviews. She's dope. Sway being 23, super low.
That's bullshit.
Super low.
That's
Adam and Vlad being in the teens when Sway's 23, when Sway is the literal, in my mind, the hip hop media GOAT. When you look at everything that he's pioneered and everything that he's influenced, yeah, Big Boy also.
so wait.
way
I
too
got
low.
a question. Is there like what is the context within the ranking?
So let me read the description of the
Yeah.
evaluation. So how did you rank them? We put names in a hat and drew one out one by one. Just kidding. We used a scoring method based on 5 categories: commentary and banter, star power of guests, consistency, viral moments, and integrity of content. Those are the 5 that ended up ranking.
Okay, I can see
that
how-
ended
I
up
can-
ranking Sway below Needle Drop
I can see how
and Adam 22 and Vlad.
I can see how Adam 22 and Vlad will definitely shit on anybody when it comes to the viral moment situation. Because Adam and Vlad go viral like every other day. Specifically Vlad, because he just be people be
Well,
on.
Adam's not going viral.
Adam's
no more.
not going anywhere but to jail, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that stuff is wild. I want to stay away from that because I don't know
Get
anything
that
about
man
that.
out of here.
I don't know anything about that, but that shit
I want
wild
the
as hell.
smoke. I want the smoke. Fuck Adam 22. All right, how
But,
about that?
as far as
There's one omission.
what's not there that you're surprised?
How the fuck is Dead End Hip Hop not on this? When Dead End Hip Hop has been in the game for 10 plus years, has a very heavy YouTube following. They have their own website. They have staples in the game. Your favorite artist has mentioned them several times. Vince Staples, Kendrick Lamar. They got all the respect from the peers, and yet I feel like they don't get the public respect from the media side. So I shouldn't say. So let me rephrase that.
Is Academics on the list?
Academics is on the list. Academics is like 3 or something crazy. Let me see. I got the list right in front
He is
of me.
number 2.
Bro, Academics is
number
number
two.
2 and Dead End's not on the list at all.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. So when you
Number
choose
2.
integrity of content and you have Academics 2 and Dead End Hip Hop not on the list, what is the integrity of the content?
I feel like when it comes to that, the content for Dead End is definitely there, but what they are lacking is
News breaking.
I was going to say more marketable personalities.
Okay.
I think Mike is as marketable as they come. Mike Seatown can they have the talent, they have everything that would qualify. Like again,
They have everything that would qualify if your favorite record label is like Fool's Gold. But if your favorite record label,
Or rhyme sayers.
yeah, or like Rhyme Say, like that's more so their. I can guarantee you that there is nobody that reads or watches Complex that even knows what Dead End Hip Hop is. I can guarantee you.
I sincerely doubt that when I saw Everyday Struggle steal topics from Dead End Hip Hop relentlessly.
Well, that's just their research and development team. That has nothing to do with the audience.
I'm just saying. Commentary and banter, they got that. Star power of guests, they've had a lot of people in the industry.
Oh, they've definitely had elites.
Consistency, no question there. Viral moments, no question there. They've had Kendrick shout them out. They've had all sorts of moments. Integrity of content, again, no question there. It's a clear, no disrespect to anybody that's on the list.
Maybe they didn't pay for their placement on the list.
I do have a idea of why they wouldn't be on the list.
They
though.
didn't pay for their placement.
That or they're pretty insular and small, like compared to the people on the list. Like they don't have besides like the Kendrick like shout out that they got 6 years ago, even longer than that. They don't really break into the mainstream at all. Like
As far as
I'm
garnering attention is concerned.
like I've been a fan since their Goblin review, so like that shows you like how much of a fan I am. But I do see like on this list they don't like stack up to the people on the list. Like the Needle Drop is 2?
Yeah.
Like he's probably the name in like
YouTube, he's the
music
YouTube
review,
name. Yeah,
and like
just music
for
review
him
in
to
general.
be so low, like that wouldn't mean
I do think
that
he
end
deserves to
would
be higher, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fantano
I-
definitely deserves to be higher.
I would question over some of the people he's higher than, but
Oh,
he does
definitely.
also overall deserve to be higher. And look, I'm not trying to tear down anybody on this list. I just think that Dead End Hip Hop is a big omission and has been a platform and a platform of quality and substance for many years that outspans pretty much almost everyone on this list except for a few names.
You know why I feel like Dead End Hip Hop isn't on there? Because that would be Complex promoting their competition.
There you go. I
Notice
believe
how pretty much everybody on that list is like an individual or a name, It would have been
Rather
different.
than
if-
an entity,
yeah,
yeah.
rather than an entity or a brand.
That's
So
what
now-
I'll go with.
yeah,
That's
so
what
now
I'll
if
go
they
because
would-
that's the only way it makes
Yeah.
sense in my mind.
So if they would have put Mike Seatown up there, but not necessarily, and then like said something about that in the
Right.
comments, something like that, or in the caption or whatever the fuck, that would make more sense.
But,
But the fact that I feel like that's the reasoning
overall,
behind
shout
it.
out to everybody on the list. I appreciated Joe Budden. I don't know if y'all saw Joe Budden talk his shit about it being
Actually,
number
no,
one. That
fuck
was-
academics.
that was
I ain't-
really
shout
fun.
out to everybody but academics. So
Yeah. Shout out to
I
You
want-
got something to
there's
get off
many-
your chest, Nate? Do you need the one?
I don't got nothing to get off my chest. I feel like it's already been established. Like Joe Budden's already been there and done that. I don't need to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
Joe-
like Joe Budden taking his victory lap. Shout out to Narwhal. Shout out to Anti Fantano. Shout out to everybody on this list. Big Boy.
The world generally agrees that academics
Nadeska's
is
very, very talented. Very talented. Very intellectual.
Do
I
you have
enjoy her
anything-
conversations.
I believe you had something to say about Nadeska, didn't you?
I mean, look.
The passion's gone.
Your moment. This
Our
is your.
passion's
This is your
gone.
moment, Chris. We are giving you the opportunity to shoot your shot live right now, and you are.
I'm blushing, man. I'm blushing. She's no. I just want to say that she's incredibly talented. I enjoy her content a lot.
Don't Ben
She's
Simmons me, Chris.
very-
Don't Ben Simmons me, Chris.
She's very smart. She's very beautiful. And I would love to have many music conversations with her. I really think I genuinely think she's talented. Even though I am blushing because she's gorgeous.
Chris, you're not trying hard enough, bro. You're supposed to
I'm
be
not.
Yo, this simp shit's
bro.
gotta
Like
get out of
you're not
here.
trying. You're not trying hard enough. You're supposed to be like Nadeska. I'm trying to drink your bath water.
That's not how I shoot my shot. That's not how I shoot
I'm
my
just
shot.
saying, if you go-
I just
if you
give
gonna
credit.
go
I
for
just
it, you
give
gotta
credit
go
where,
for it.
I just give credit where credit is due. I'm not necessarily trying to shoot my shot. Just wanted to highlight many people, but she's one that definitely deserves a lot of recognition.
I'm trying to eat quesadillas out of the crack of your ass. Like you got to be on some. Like you gotta be on top of it. You gonna be on top of. You gotta imagine this hella dudes probably shooting their shot. You gotta go crazy, bro. You gotta grab that attention.
I don't know if crazy works. That's never been my MO. The way things work for me is just respectful, professional.
Quesadillas out the ass crack.
Yeah,
is
quesadillas out the
crazy.
ass crack, bro. I was saying, how is
How you freestyle that is insane to me.
how is you gonna get her attention, bro?
If
you gotta
she
get
sees
her-
it, she sees it.
You got.
If she sees it, she sees it.
Nah, you gotta be wild with it.
I don't know about all that.
You gotta be like Pound Town. I'm trying to take you to Pound Town. That's what you gotta say. That's what
Definitely
you gotta
not
say.
saying it. Definitely not saying it like that. Shout out to Nadeska. Shout out to everybody on this list.
What color is it, Joe? What color is it? It's pink and brown, dog. Oh my god.
Oh,
What's
He
next?
put the ball at the rim for you.
bro. Oh
He
my
put the ball
god.
at the rim there for you.
I'm-
Let's just talk about this week's new drop.
Go ahead, dog.
Joe, get it together.
It's just Pound Town is a hit, okay? So if Chris not gonna shoot his shot at Nadeska, I'm about to shoot my shot at Sexy Red while I'm sitting right here. I take you to Pound Town. All right, go ahead with the next.
We got some new drops this
We
week.
got some new music
We got some new music
and some old music.
Yeah, we got some old music. Shout out to Damo Genesis and Alk
best-
dropping an old project.
the best drop of the week.
I would personally, I don't know.
I was about to say, bro, don't
I
say
haven't
this.
really sat with that Damo and Alk project before. Like I know it's an old project, but I've never really been too hip on it. So I'm not gonna speak on it. I think I
Just
heard like
me and my
a
bitch.
few songs. Hip Hop 50 Volume 2 with Swizz. The first one came out a couple months ago with DJ Premier. I remember talking about it here.
Yep.
Also, the Double Fantasy record with Future and Weeknd, I believe it was produced by Metro, came out. Red Veil dropped an EP. Last week we didn't get to this. SZA and Doja collaborated once again. Doja hopping on the Kill Bill remix. Where do we want to start? What of those releases do we want to start with?
Let's just get Swizz out the way.
You say that like it's a bad thing. That shit was fire.
Everything,
That shit was fire.
everything past the Nas song I could do without.
The Nas beat was crazy.
It's the
everything-
first
Nas
song.
beat was
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
the
Everything,
Nas beat was crazy.
everything past that I could do without.
Nah, I thought these were all cool records. Shout out to Wayne once again. He came through on the Primo side and he came back on the Swizz side. I think this is probably a Swizz and Premier thing considering its verses, but it is interesting to note that Premier did the first one, Swizz did the second one. And so if my mind's going there, like, okay, if you're doing 5-6 pack projects with a producer, like, who do you want Volume 3 to be? I'm throwing Timbaland in. I want Timbo. Give me a
I'll take anything from Timbaland.
6-track Timbo project. That
I'll
would
take
be
a-
so dope.
I'll
He
take a
gets to
15
choose
second
his
snippet.
rappers, his artists. He gets to choose his artists, choose make the beats, and just put together a quick little project as a way to promote hip hop turning 50 years old this year. I think it's dope. I would love if Timbo did that, but at the end of the day, I think it will be like a Swizz and Premier thing. It'll probably go back and forth, and then they'll drop like it all together as some compilation.
I'm a wind that take back a little bit here. The Nas song and the Jadakiss and Benny the Butcher track.
Yeah, the Jadakiss song.
Everything else I could do without.
Whew. I like the Fabio record. I like the Fabio record.
I don't-
Fabio was rapping different on that. I enjoyed that.
I guess.
The beats were trash though.
J-Elect.
Let's be honest. The beats were subpar.
I disagree.
I'm
think
gonna
these
have
were
to
fire.
agree with Chris on this one.
Really? Cause
The production,
nah,
the production was the only thing that kept me listening to it, bro.
nah.
So so
Like-
you think the rappers mailed it in?
Yeah.
It
Well,
was just
so
a
off-
bad project,
So
in my opinion.
off top, I'm never voluntarily listening to A Boogie. with-
Yeah.
Well,
with
yeah,
the hoodie
that
on.
was the one that I was like, okay,
Why is this here?
yeah, I
Like,
I was kind of like, okay, I'm not necessarily looking for. He didn't do bad, but it just wasn't my thing.
Not what I'm here for.
Yeah,
The J Electronica thing. I feel like the hype around J Electronica has just like ceased.
he's
to
just
exist.
always gonna say some biblical prophetic shit, and it's gonna be wild, and it's gonna sound cool because he can rap very well.
Yeah,
He's a one-hit wonder, though. Let's be honest.
I can't agree with that.
Yeah, I can't agree with that either. Because
Well,
he
like,
does still deliver. Like I think he delivered on the Donda feature.
In the concept of like the grander scheme of things, definitely one hit
Yeah.
wonder. But like as far as like his bodies of work, no, those are crazy. Those are
Yeah, he can
Abs-
rap his ass off. So like I'll
Fucking
always give him a chance when I
Yeah.
see him on a
It's
record,
fucking
especially because he
absurd.
doesn't pop up like that.
right.
So I'm gonna give him I'm always give him a chance. But I enjoyed this. Another project that I really enjoyed that I want to shout out is Red Veil's EP. This kid
We are not on the same page at all
continues
today.
to get better and already has his own style, his own sound, and he keeps pushing boundaries. He's getting better at writing hooks. That's one big thing that I noticed with this project. I'm just going to say, man, this kid is going to give us a classic one day. This kid,
No,
and I
yeah,
say
it's
kid
definitely
because
coming.
he's so young
Yeah.
and he's already so talented. And I've
Yeah.
already seen so many strides.
There's
This man.
an exponential amount of potential there.
Yeah.
Rhyming
Like when
accidentally.
we talk about like who could be like the next one day, like this kid could figure it out.
Yeah.
That's his ceiling. His ceiling is a superstar,
Yeah.
flat out. And I just continue to be impressed. It's not the music that I'm gonna always listen to, but every time I check in on him, I see a lot of development and
Yeah.
growth.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's something to be said for being this young and already having your own kind of signature style, and your voice is very unique and signature. So I think he has all the tools he needs to be a star, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. I think this kid is going to give us a classic one day.
Yeah. I can't wait to see how he develops as an artist for real.
Yeah. Joe, you don't like it?
Oh, I'll be honest. I hated this.
Hated it?
I fucking hated this so much. Like I liked his last project, whatever I think Nate had put it on his top 5
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
No. This is not it. Like I'm sorry. I was listening to this doing the stream outlay, so you're welcome for that, guys. But yeah, I had to turn it off. Like the songs were just not hidden for me. I'm sorry. Like I see the potential there, but this project wasn't it for me.
That's fair.
I don't know, man. I really think that kid has a lot of potential, and I'm interested to see how it plays out.
Can I give a
Caveat?
comparison?
Yeah.
Go for it.
He reminds me of like
Are we thinking of the same person I want to see?
a Mavi
Okay.
Or,
I wasn't going in that direction.
what's his name? He came out of Rory. He
Okay,
reminds me of
Rory. That was the
Yeah.
person I was gonna say was
Yeah.
Rory.
He reminds me of Rory and whoever I just said. I'm sorry.
Mavi.
Mavi. Yeah. Like they
Rory's
have,
an industry point though.
yeah, he is. I caught on to that very quickly.
Yeah.
Like when he had like no songs out and was on Stephen Colbert though.
Yeah.
That was a red flag. But yeah, Mavi I think is a good comparison for him just because I see the skill there. I just don't know like if it's going to like come out to be anything great. For somebody in his like age bracket or like coming up at the same time, I would say Kenny Mason, like having his own sound and stuff like that is a good blueprint for him, but I don't know if he has what it has to
What it takes.
yeah, what it takes to get to that next level. But who knows?
Man, all I can say is stay on your grind, bro.
Yeah.
Stay on your grind. Let's talk about people that are at the superstar level. Future Weekend put out a song, and I thought it was with Metro Boomin. I'm trying to double check here, but it might be Mike Dean because these synths are crazy.
Shout
in
out
this
Mike
song.
Dean.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Dean. Like every time I hear good synths, I just assume that Mike Dean is behind it.
Yeah.
But this record is dope. It's got a chill start with The Weeknd, and then Future comes in. I enjoy these two together, and I would love to see them collaborate more. I think this is a Metro song, which will maybe give me more credit or belief in the fact that there will be a Metro and Future album. They've been kind of more vocally teasing that, so we'll see how that plays out. But I enjoy this record. It's a good little summer record. I'm not we're gonna hear it everywhere for a little bit. It's gonna chart pretty well.
Very true.
I like it. Does anybody have any thoughts on it?
I didn't get to hear it, so
I
it's
heard
cool.
it. So y'all know me. Usually, I'm the first person to get up here and say "fuck the weekend."
Yeah.
Don't care about the weekend.
But he collaborated with Future, so I put you in a tough spot.
Not even that. I enjoyed both of their offerings on this piece of whatever you want to call it. Work, art. Let's call it art because it's music. So let's call it art. Normally I'm the first person that if I see the weekend, I'm hitting skip on that motherfucker. I ain't even gonna be lying to you. But
Is this I can show this on stream, right?
I don't know what you're trying to.
I don't know what you're trying to show.
The music video.
I haven't seen the music video. Chris, have you seen the music
I have
video?
not seen the music
Let's
video.
go
is
back
Chris
just in case.
I'm
Is Joe
watching
about to
it.
get us banned, bro?
Yeah. He took it away. Yeah,
Okay, I was about to say, is Joe about to get us banned?
It might affect the monetization and all of that.
I mean, he doesn't have
Fuck
to.
it, we're not monetized anyways.
Like,
Look at him.
You don't have to play the audio.
No,
like-
I was talking about the video.
That's what I'm saying. I was like,
Yeah, I mean it's the visuals here. It's the artistry.
I was about to say, like, if some fat ass cheeks pop up, bro, you
yeah,
trying to
fat ass
you
streaks
trying to give me,
did.
Yeah, I mean
bro, trying to get me banned.
the artistry is just incredible. Shout out to Future Metro and whoever directed this. The last thing I think we need to talk about as far as releases was something that we didn't get to last week. I just want to highlight it selfishly and personally is the Doja Cat hopping on SZA's Kill Bill, which was first of all smart.
I will
Very,
always-
very smart.
Yeah.
Number one record, and Doja Cat is Doja Cat. Great preview and has built up my anticipation for Doja's rap album.
That's what I'm here for. Where the fuck is that at?
Because, dude, she was storytelling like Nas on this bitch.
Yes.
It was crazy. Like, for her to hit with that level of storytelling and then also have that tone of like pain in her voice, like she showed off her rapping ability, and I knew that she could rap. Like, she's shown glimpses of being able to rap, so I believe that she could rap, but I wasn't too excited about a Doja Cat rap album. But now, like, man, I'm all in. Like, I can't wait. I'm not gonna say this is the greatest album ever, but she is going to.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. Yeah.
And I want a Tia Corinne feature on that project.
I
Yes,
want a
please.
Tia Corinne. I want her
Yes,
to collaborate
please.
with a lot of female MCs.
Speaking of, who brought Tia Corinne out at Coachella, rapping back around to Coachella?
Oh,
I
yeah,
think it was
somebody
Lotto.
did.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think it was
didn't-
Lotto because they took that picture together,
Yeah, they
right?
took
It was
that
like
picture
Lotto, I think the City Girls,
Yeah.
Tia Corinne, and somebody else, I believe. It was a whole
I
bunch of
don't
girls. I
want
was dope.
Tia out of there, bro. Bruh. I'm gonna be honest.
Hey,
I'm gonna be honest, Tia.
Shoot your shot, Joe.
If you're watching, and I know you are, I like you, and I want you.
We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
this guy said, I like you.
The choice is yours.
Man. Doja Cat, yeah, I just had to tell, bro, when you're storytelling like Nas on a record, like, you're just always going to get my attention. I don't know if any of y'all had anything to add to that. I just wanted to highlight that as a dope record.
Nah, you said it, bro.
One that I think will do very well. Those two need a collab album, because like between Kiss Me More and the Kill Bill remix, like, these two have done their thing together. They work very well together. So I'd like to see more collaborations with them. Before we get out of here, let's hit a little NBA playoff talk.
Yes, sir.
We'll hit a little NBA playoff talk, and then I have a few side notes in the closing remark. Who's coming out the West?
Fuck.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fuck. I wasn't expecting you to start with the West. Oh,
The East
shit.
is
I don't
pretty
know.
easy, but the
The
West.
That's I have no clue.
The West. I said my pick before, and I'm gonna stick with it. Milwaukee over Phoenix in the finals.
Milwaukee over Phoenix. in the
Phoenix
finals.
isn't making it all the
I'm
way.
concerned
Phoenix
about
isn't
Milwaukee.
making it.
I'm not really as concerned about Phoenix. I was very concerned at the start of game 2 when Kawhi looked like by far the best player on the court, and the Suns looked like they had 2.5 players playing basketball. But the Suns found a way to pull that game out and win, thanks in large part to Devin Booker. Then Kawhi missed game 3, and showing once again that all the load management in the world. I thought there was a 24-hour period where I thought, oh my God, this load management shit, like, it might actually work. All these other teams are breaking down. Kawhi looks like peak Kawhi. Then boom, he misses a game.
Yo, Matt Ishbia, man, get your team together, bro.
Hey man, he gonna go crazy in the offseason.
Get your team together, bro. Fuck.
Shout out Matt Ishbia.
Get
Dope
your
dude.
team together, bro.
Dope dude. I met him one time, and I'd tell you, like, bro, I didn't even know that dude was Matt Ishbia. And then all of a sudden, I realized, like, yeah, this dude's worth like fucking $8 billion. And I'm like, holy shit. I just was talking with a guy that was worth $8 billion, and I thought he was just a dude in a nice suit.
Yeah.
Kawhi is out for game 4 as well. Ace says anybody but Golden State.
I'm not counting Golden State out.
I didn't want to say Golden State.
Light the beam.
Because
Can we say it? Can we say light the beam, please? Because Sacramento's the coolest team to watch in this.
They're
playoffs.
cool. They're cool. They're fun. I'm not.
Why are you booing
Yeah, why
Sacramento?
are you booing Sacktown?
Don't care.
Oh my God! You
Overrated.
thank you, Ace. You know, light the motherfucking beam.
No, they're a very good team.
Overrated.
They're definitely capable of beating Golden State. The
Best
issue
offense of all time.
I have no. The best.
Under the tutelage of Mike Brown, who is a descendant in the coaching tree of one Steve Kerr, who
Yes.
has the other best
I wouldn't call it
offense
descendant. He did work under Steve Kerr, but that was after
for like
years.
6 years.
But that was after years and years of already being his own coach.
being
Dude,
beat
he
up
was in
by
the
LeBron
finals.
James. He was being beat up by LeBron James.
Hey man,
LeBron James
what
was
happens when-
smacking him around.
not
just
worse
like,
than he smacked
what's-
David Blatt.
I was just about to say, just like
smacked
David
that
Blatt,
motherfucker.
bro. He didn't have the power yet.
Hey,
He
do
didn't
you
have the
remember
power yet.
when they drew up a play? David Blatt drew up a play for the series against Chicago. And LeBron said, "Bitch, sit down.
Yeah.
Give me the ball," and won the game. And he literally went, and that's fine. Like players scrap plays all the time. But then he went on an interview and he said, "Yeah, I didn't like the play that was drawn up, so I just took the ball myself and said, fuck it, I'm gonna make it work. I'm LeBron James." Like, dude, that coach got disrespected. Mike Brown at least didn't get disrespected like that. And Mike Brown has proven to be a damn good coach over the years. He got a coaching job with the Lakers, the Cavs. He had many NBA jobs. Did his time in Golden State help? Absolutely. But I ain't going to call him a descendant of Steve Kerr necessarily because I feel like I'll call him an associate of Steve Kerr.
That's
I'm just
fair.
going to put more respect on his name. He's clearly coach of the year, by the way. No debate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sacramento had the biggest jump.
So
in the
who's
NBA
coming
wins.
out the West, guys?
I told you Phoenix. Phoenix is, and here's
Nate,
why.
we're putting you on the spot.
Here's why
I'm going
Phoenix.
with Golden State,
While he's thinking, because I
Nah,
can
I'm
tell you.
I'm going with Golden State.
Oh, you're going with Golden State?
Yeah.
See, I could buy Golden State. But I could also see them losing to Sacramento in this series. I think it's a toss-up. I picked the Warriors in 6 to start, but I do think that Sacramento has a very, very real shot. But I'm gonna go with the team that's been there. Until they lose. I'm a bet with them,
That's the only reason why.
and that's respectable.
That's the only reason why.
But here's
I gotta pick the team that's
like the
been
issue
there.
of why like I was so strongly against picking the Suns because I was like continuity does really matter in the NBA. Name a time a big three won together or a just a superstar team won together in their first year, and there was two. There was Boston in
Warriors.
08 and the Warriors with Kevin Durant. But those were both at the beginning of the season, not at the trade deadline, not 50 games into the season. Kevin Durant has played 4 or 6 games, I believe, with the team before the playoffs.
Right.
So he's still at under 10 games with this team. But you know what? I think that as the playoff goes on, he's a seamless fit everywhere he goes, and they're going to get just enough continuity to make it out the West because the West is a whole bunch of teams that you cannot bet on. The Lakers can beat anybody in a series, but they will not win 4 series. You can't count on Anthony Davis and LeBron to stay healthy for 4 straight rounds, let alone 3 straight rounds. It's not happening.
Nah.
Phoenix is making it out the West.
I disagree.
I can't.
They
I
got
can't
a
see
bunch
anybody
of
else.
bums on that team.
They got a bunch of bums on that team.
Specifically named KD and CP3.
Oh,
two of
okay,
the
now you're just talking wild.
Worst
Mad
playoff
disrespectful.
performers of all time. Besides,
How?
besides KD's 2 finals MVPs.
Yeah, besides him being the best player on the planet,
Well, he was on the Warriors.
He
Let's
was
be
the-
honest.
no-
He couldn't get through the storm on the Thunder, so he went to brighter pastures.
he had Russell Westbrook taking terrible shots down the stretch.
So
I mean, the Lakers had that too. So
yeah, but
And they got rid of his ass for
they got rid of his ass
For
for
nothing.
that shit.
But
They,
nah.
they had to give up assets to get rid of him.
Yeah.
If you're relying on KD and CP3 in the playoffs, I'm sorry. You gotta
I hear you on
Find some
health.
better people.
I do hear you on health.
not just on health, just on
I just have to bet on
choking.
somebody.
Choking.
Oh no, I'm not worried about it. Especially
I don't
Chris
expect.
Paul. and
Yeah,
this-
I don't expect Chris
Chris
Paul.
Paul
to choke.
has the lightest load he's ever had in his career.
Chris Paul wants it too bad.
Yeah, and I'm rooting for it.
I don't think.
But
he
I
wants
think-
it too bad.
I
Chris-
think.
Chris Paul doesn't have a soul no more.
But like then
Because
you
of
have.
Kanye.
We didn't mention Denver at all, the 1 seed, but I feel like they're not getting past Phoenix.
No.
They're just not.
No.
They're not.
Watch out, guys.
The one thing
Watch
Denver
out.
can't
It might
do
happen.
is defend shooters and jump shooters. And what is the one thing Phoenix does best? Jump shoot the fuck out of the ball with Kevin Durant and Devin
Yes.
Booker. They're going to average 30 a game each in that series and fucking light up light up the Nuggets. It could go the distance, but also name me 7 players on the Nuggets, Joe.
I couldn't tell you one.
Exactly my point. So they are just as shallow as the Suns.
Yeah.
So give me the Suns in that series, and then at that point you're playing either the Warriors, the Kings, or the Lakers.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anybody's counting the Grizzlies over the Lakers.
That might happen actually.
I don't think so. Not with the jaw injury.
Oh, is Ja out now?
Yeah, Jaw's out.
Jaws out.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, now the East.
Celtics.
Hey, bro. Celtics, bro. I hate it because I listen to Bill Simmons so much, and all he does is bitch and complain about the Celtics all year, and now here they are, just right at the playoffs, looking like they're rounding into form.
Celtics.
Like,
I don't
love
wanna-
Bill Simmons so much, but it just makes me want to root against the Celtics when every single podcast he's just like, we're not going to talk about the Celtics, but for this next 30 minutes, we have to talk about why is Joe Mazzulla not calling timeouts? Oh my God.
Why can't Jaylen Brown handle the ball?
Man, listen, who cares, bro? Tatum is that boy.
Tatum.
Did you see what Tatum did in that first quarter of that game 1 of the Atlanta? He's like, hey, let me start
They're
this shit
playing
off.
against Atlanta.
Hey,
Al
Let's-
Horford,
Yeah,
old
but he
ass.
came in that bitch. She came in that bitch like, hey, let me just make it clear. None of y'all are fucking with me.
Right.
He scored 14 points in the first quarter, and Trae Young was like 0 for 6. Like,
They was down bad, bro.
yeah, bro, I can't.
They was down
I
bad.
can't count on the. I can't count on.
Yeah,
Count against Boston. Rather, the only
Celtics.
team I can pick is Milwaukee.
I'm
I'm nervous about Milwaukee.
I can't take Bill Simmons seriously because he thinks the Heat are a threat.
They are. They're a threat to everybody's safety. Look what happened to Giannis.
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but he's actually like talking like that they might be like a contender,
sleeper, yeah.
like a sleeper, and it's like no.
And then they went and got
no, there's no
destroyed.
chance.
No,
And you know why he did that? With every time he said that, he said, "God damn, I hope the Celtics don't play him." It always just comes back to the goddamn Celtics with that man.
Yes, bro.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it, but I hate it.
because I'm you know, guys, I'm a huge Dan Le Batard fan. So
Oh yeah,
the team that I know the best is the Miami Heat.
they're just
and
inconsistent at this point.
That's the biggest thing that they're saying from like people who actually like are working
Are in the team,
like
around
are
it.
in the team, just inconsistent
around. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so then is anybody giving Philly a chance
No.
to make it out the East?
No.
They haven't done anything bad. They're up 3-0. Like they played good.
No.
See, guys, I have a playoff prediction from the beginning of the season.
Oh yeah, you did pick Philly in the finals, didn't you?
Philly and Golden State,
Yikes.
I don't
guys,
think that's happening.
guys. If
That
it
is a
happens,
shaky bet.
if it happens, guys.
Did you put money on it?
No, of course not.
I'm
'Cause if
going
you
with.
did, I was
I'm-
gonna say.
I'm
I was
going-
gonna say we cashed out. We just upgraded studios. We gonna upgrade studios again.
Hey, see,
we gonna
guys,
upgrade studios again.
believe.
If Joe threw a 10 spot on that, because that's crazy.
Shout out 1800 Parlay. We need that sponsorship.
Yeah, shout out 1800 Parlay. Yeah, sponsor the
I
stream.
need I need to see Philly and Boston will be a good series, but I just think Boston's too good. As long as Robert Williams is healthy,
Yeah.
that is their concern. Giannis, I'm worried about his health with Milwaukee. So, and also I'm worried that Chris Middleton has not looked like Chris Middleton. That's been a little scary to me this year. But Drew Holiday has stepped up and been absolutely essential. So I'm gonna take Milwaukee over Phoenix in the finals. I'm standing by that. Milwaukee in 7. Why don't you guys give your finals picks if you want to change from where you were?
What did I say at the start?
I couldn't tell you.
I'm pretty sure at the start I said Denver.
Denver
Oh, yeah, at the
and
very start of the
Milwaukee.
Denver
season,
and
but-
Milwaukee. I said at the start of the season.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swap that to Golden State and the Celtics.
Golden State and the Celtics
Yeah.
finals rematch. Joe,
I guess I'm the only
you
one
dying with Philly?
with some balls. I'm sticking with my preseason, not postseason. Preseason prediction. Philly, Golden State. Golden State in 6.
That's a sweep,
Okay.
bro. But okay.
It's not though.
I don't.
It's not though.
That's a sweep.
I don't know.
Draymond is gonna be swinging.
And if that parlay hits, you'll see us a little different on next week's live stream. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Quick shout outs before we go. I did want to shout out a few things that we missed.
Yeah,
over
hit
the
us
last 2
hit
weeks.
us with an ad read.
Yep,
What
ad
you
read
into?
as well as just shout out quick happy anniversaries to 2 albums, Damn and KOD. Prayers to John Connor. John Connor posted on his Instagram he went through a medical situation, and prayers to him. I had a conversation with him. He seems to be in good spirits about it, but went through a lot. Shout out to, we didn't get to highlight in this week's drop, but my boy Dell. Dell dropped a project called Charlotte's Unfortunate Death. I'm going to check that out. I didn't get a chance to check it out before today's stream, but I am going to check it out, and I did want to shout him out because that's my guy. And I do want to thank, on behalf of While We're Here, Executive Studio Inc. for this dope setup that
Yes, sir.
continues to, as you see through our streams, elevate every single week. So shout out to Mo.
Upgrade, big upgrade. Shout out to my guy Mo, bro.
Listen, man, this is a dope spot if you are in the Royal Oak, Birmingham, Metro Detroit area in general, and you just want a good setup with a lot of quality equipment. You see it here.
You want to start a podcast or do some content, and you need some engineers? You got your boy.
These guys are more than
And
capable
then you got
of
your
it.
mans over here. We are also available to help you guys create your own content. but-
You see the stream, and I was looking. This could be you.
It could be.
This
It could be you if you're not
Put that- put
playing.
that on
if
screen.
you're
This
not,
could be you.
if you're not playing games, this could be you. Also, Free Flow Tuesdays. They got Think Tank Thursdays. They got all sorts of events. Go ahead and check them out on Instagram. They have their own website as well, but Instagram and all of their social media handles is at Executive Studio Inc. And then as well as their website, just executivestudioinc.com. You can check them out there.
Yes,
Once
sir.
again, shout out to Mo. I haven't gotten a chance to see him yet, but I'm going to dap him up on the way out of here. Thank you, everybody. This is Chris Platty of Strictly Hip Hop, Strictly Hoop Talk, and Imperial Media. I'm here with my guys, Nate and Joe. Also forgot to plug the Woodward Heavyweights as well on Woodward
We're all
Sports.
here today.
A whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of things. Stay tuned. I got a lot of hip hop stuff dropping. I have a series. Actually, I want to bring us into the fold. I want you guys to do it one day.
Okay.
I'm calling it Bring Out the Cape.
Uh-oh.
And so it's one artist, album,
You're
or song
talking to
that
the
you
right person.
ride or die for.
Yeah,
So
ride
I had
or
my
die
guy
for.
Flannel Sam of Woolworth Sports hop on. He's a big music head. We did that. That was dope. That'll be dropping this weekend, as well as some NBA playoff.
Is it
talks
like
with my boy Matt
debate? Is
and
it like
Josh.
debate style? Do we
Oh,
need to actually
No,
set this up?
it's just give you the soapbox,
Okay,
give you the
I was about to say,
platform.
'cause
Just-
I get to some caping.
yeah,
I don't know who I want to
just
cape for.
cape for whatever you want. So that's a dope
I
series.
think we have artists
We
that
can't.
you
I
like-
was
yeah,
gonna say
like-
we can't cape for the same person, Joe.
Yeah,
which is
like-
why I was
like
like,
what?
No, I mean,
Like I'm already setting aside 45 minutes of that podcast to be lucky content.
I mean,
That's-
yeah,
yeah,
lucky.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I
we
mean,
can't-
lucky is
we can't
lucky
cape
is the
for,
answer.
we can't cape for the same person.
but
What
I
is
mean,
it?
most of the same people we would be picking out the same hat.
Yeah,
so it's like
yeah, y'all definitely would. Maybe I have to split y'all two up on an episode, but
I'll pick somebody else.
We'll figure it out. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a good, safe, fun weekend, and we will see you next week, same time,
Yes, sir.
7:30.
Yes,
talking
sir.
all the new music drops and everything else that happens.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
bye, guys.